At night your hands tingle, you have pain, tension in the hand, wrist doesn't move properly anymore. You think of carpal tunnel. What's happening there? You practically have the tendons that run into the hand here, and here is a little band, and underneath them run the tendons, and there is also the nerve. And when it gets squeezed, then it starts to tingle, and the whole tension around it, that causes pain. And we approach it from the outside, often have the experience that when you stretch all the muscles of the forearm, the extensors and the flexors, it then becomes much, much better. And that could be a reason the tendons, which are swollen because they are too heavily stressed by these high forces, become thinner again, there is more space, and the nerve is less stressed. But the best way to find out is to do a completely harmless exercise. And my 2 top exercises that you can do, we will do them now. The first Liebscher exercise that I'm showing you now, you can actually do it on the floor, on the mat. You can also do it in front of a table, in front of a chair. Everything works. It is important to follow the principle of placing the affected hand on the surface and then rotating it outwards. That means for the right hand clockwise, turn it as far outward as possible, but if possible, at least so that the fingers point to the right knee. Whether you stand or squat like this now, or are in a kneeling position, it doesn't matter. And then you already notice that it starts to tighten here, and that's good because when it tightens there, we stretch there already. And then you go increasingly backwards, and then you notice the tension increases. You first try to stay on the ground with the palm of your hand, on the surface where you lay. Wait a moment. Press against the surface with your hand. Relax again. Go further back. Stretch nicely. Always stay in the range that is still tolerable. That is important. And it also gets easier every time these assessments. You always have to ask yourself, can I just breathe calmly? Do I have too much head stress to bear it? That must not be. And if you ever have to drop out of an exercise because you can't stand it anymore, then that was way too much intensity. Keep going further back, and you will already notice that your palm wants to lift off, but it doesn't allow it for now. You go further back, you press your whole hand into the ground again, let go again, and go further back. And again, loosely. No, tense again. Sorry, tense first, then it becomes loose. Yes, tense, loose again. And then we have been stretching for quite some time now. You go so far that the palm of the hand lifts off. But in the next stage, the metacarpophalangeal joints, that is the ones here, on the ground, remain while the palm of the hand lifts more and more. And now you notice, now the fingers are overstretched compared to the back of the hand. And now you press to tighten. Our strength training, press with your fingertips against the floor. Press firmly against the ground. Release, take a step back. Press again with your fingertips against the ground. Let go, move further back, and again you press against it with your fingertips, you let go and move further back, and now you stop doing this position. And actively pull your hand back really far. The fingertips want to reach the elbow. Make an effort. This is a strength training. Give it your best. Give it your best. Pull even harder. Let yourself be motivated. Pull even harder. Pull a little bit more. And go out again. And then you have to think first, whose hand is that? Aha, that's mine. And if you already notice now, it somehow feels lighter. Then I earnestly ask you, give me a thumb, preferably 10, but I think that's not possible. But give me a thumb and like that, and also write a comment. Hey, I did this first exercise and already it's better, because it can indeed be, and you can find more wrist exercises here. Click on it for after the video. Click on it for after the video. Now we do the second exercise. The second exercise that was now for the flexion, and the second exercise that is for the extension. Attention now, join in directly. You hold your arm in front of you. You take the thumb into the palm of your hand. You make a fist with your fingers. You fully extend the elbow. You bend the wrist. Attention, do not bend the elbow now. Then turn inward. Continue turning inward. Reach from behind with the other hand. Hold the fingers tight so that the fist remains. And practically press the wrist towards the ground. Be careful when you do that on the table that you don't hit your hand on the table. It hurts so much. And then you feel the stretching here in the extensors. And then you stretch more and more. Give yourself a little time first. Keep going. Make sure the elbow stays fully extended. You can, if you can already manage that, try to breathe consciously. Inhale and exhale. And in the exhale, you increase it a little bit. Inhaling remains, exhaling increases. During exhaling, the vagus nerve is activated, this healing nerve, and it relaxes completely, and that helps you. And then you press with your knuckles against the surface, press against the surface, relax, continue into the stretch, and press against the surface again. Relax, continue into the stretch, and press against the surface again. Relax, and continue into the stretch. And one more time, okay? You press against the surface, relax, and continue into the stretch. And then you go and release yourself from the ground. Let go of the hand, and now full concentration. You extend the elbow, you rotate the forearm inward again. You close your fist and pull your hand further and further into flexion. So the knuckles move towards the elbow. Pull even more, and pull a little more, and pull a little more, and pull a little more, and come out again. And you may, definitely, if you feel that it has become a little easier, feel free to write another comment. We also have a playlist for you, playlist for general hand pain. You can find it here if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We know that a very large group of people who watch our videos have not yet subscribed. Hey, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos, because there are always things that suit you. I'm glad if it helped you, and bye until next time.